evidentiary value in those dumpsters, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
When you were contacted, I believe you said it was Detective Taylor who told you, okay, stop there, go to a dumpster. Did he tell you a specific dumpster to go to in those apartment complexes?
No, not at that time. He just said, I've ruled out Eastgate Center, and I took that as to what he said and just decided to meet up with him and talk with him further about it.
Okay. And that's when you started viewing some videos. These are surveillance videos from the apartment complexes running along Pinehurst?
Yes, the defendant's parking apartment complex. He was already in the process of reviewing. I just walked in and started to watch what he was already looking at.
Okay. And I would be correct in stating that there's, from Fraser Road going north on Pinehurst, there's 3 separate apartment complexes, correct? The southernmost would be the apartment complex that Mr. Booker lived in.
Yes.
The courts, correct?
Yes.
And then there was another complex, very similar in construction, just north of that complex, correct?
Yes.
And then there's a third complex to the furthest north of Fraser,
Yes.
all behind the Eastgate shopping center.
Correct.
Okay. I know that. Yeah, I don't know if we could put. I guess it would be the aerial picture of the general location there of the apartment complexes.
Yeah, that's going to be 120.
And I might just stand up because it'd be easier for me instead of you sitting, down and standing up. I just kind of wanted to get the lay of the land here. So I would be correct in stating that the apartment complex that Mr. Booker lived in was here. That's marked Hampton Court on this
Yes.
map. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you don't know specifically which building was Mr. Booker's apartment?
I don't recall. I never went there. And
Fair. And then there's this other complex right here with, I'm going to say they're bluish or grayish roofs.
yes.
Okay, that's a separate complex, correct?
Yes.
And then there's a third complex which does have separate buildings, but they're more all in a row. Is
Yes.
that right? And those are called Huntington Manor.
Yes.
Did you check any dumpsters that were in the Hampton Court parking lot?
No, I did not.
Okay. Would I be correct in stating that there's also just north of the second set of apartment complexes that there's a little shed and a dumpster there?
Yes, there's a shed there. I can believe there's a dumpster there.
Did you check that dumpster?
No.
So you checked a dumpster that was somewhere out here, is that correct?
Yes, it's in the pretty close to where that Huntington Manor decal is.
Decal is.
It's just west of that, somewhere right around there.
Would I be correct that there's some kind of a building there, a little shed or something, and it's behind, that dumpster was behind there?
I think so.
Recall?
Yes, I do recall a shed.
Okay. And did you, based on your review of those videos, you just went to that dumpster farthest to the north by the Huntington Manor to check that dumpster, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I take it the reason you went there is because of this video that showed somebody in pushing a shopping cart. We saw a couple of frames of that, right? With
Yes.
some kind of
something in it.
in it. And you said that you could view on the video that the person was struggling to put something in that dumpster.
Yes, there was movement, but you could not see exactly what. It was too dark.
Could you show me in one of these videos what it is that you saw? Can you point out the exact video where you say he was struggling to put something into this dumpster?
That was not shown here today.
Well, I know that we have
Do you,
that.
do you want it for him? I mean, I have Taylor coming up next to do those videos, but
Okay.
Which video is it?
it'll be exhibit 104 with the next witness. But if Mr. Lang wants it now,
If we could put it up now, and if I don't know if he'd need a second to review it.
I mean, it's a 14-minute long video.
Okay. Let me continue and
Okay.
maybe recall him.
Yes, that's
Get
fine.
it in through. That's a better way to proceed. In these videos that you reviewed, you said that the person pushing the shopping cart and taking things out of the shopping cart had a dark coat on
Yes.
and some kind of a hat.
Yes.
Okay. Could you tell by those videos whether this person was white or black?
No.
Would the same be true of the videos from Motor City Pawn?
It's difficult to say. Their race.
Okay, so you could not tell in any of those videos whether the person in the pushing the shopping cart at the dumpster or walking along Gratiot by Motor City Pawn was white or black,
I
correct?
could not say with certainty.
Okay. And in those videos, you could not actually identify the person as DeAndre Booker, correct?
No.
You just took that, I guess, when you were initially watching them and went to the dumpster as something suspicious that you wanted to check out.
That would be correct.
And you thought it might be related to the missing person report.
Yes, that's correct.
You also mentioned, and again, maybe we'll have to, I might recall you about this, you said that you saw the person lifting something heavy as to why they were struggling, correct?
That would just be a conclusion I came to based on what I saw they were doing.
Okay. Well, you mentioned that, it's hard to lift a body that might be, sleeping, unconscious, etc.
Correct.
Right, that they might be heavy.
Correct.
The same could be true about any other type of object, like a desk, a love seat, a chair, correct?
It could be. It could be easier. It could be just as hard. That totally depends on what you're lifting, what angle, what weight, your strength.
So you don't know what the object was. You were just assuming it was a body based on the nature of the complaint you were investigating.
It would suggest, but I could not tell you what it was.
Okay. Could you tell whether the object that this person was struggling with was covered in something?
If I recall, it was a white cover. I saw white, something would appear to be a white cover, white in color, something white in the cart.
Would I be correct that these videos don't give a lot of detail as to color? For instance, that if it's something lighter, it might show up lighter, but you couldn't tell if it was, say, pink or a bright blue or
That's possible.
When you went to this dumpster in the Huntington Manor apartment complex, when you first searched it, was it at night or during the day?
During the day.
This was sometime on January 7th.
Yes, it was in the afternoon.
Now, we saw the pictures and blood was in the bottom of that dumpster.
Yes.
Was the dumpster full of other garbage at that time, or was it nearly empty?
Nearly empty.
Okay. Do you know whether or not that dumpster was recently, emptied by the waste management company that owns the dumpster?
I was made aware by other detectives that it had been, but I had not looked at the documents or spoke with anyone from the waste management company myself
At that time?
at that time.
Do you know that now?
Yes, I knew that after the fact. It was discussed after my time at the dumpster blocking it.
Okay. And would I be correct in stating that that dumpster may have been emptied into a landfill on January 4th?
It's possible.
You don't know the date?
I don't know.
Okay. And you don't know the company that that dumpster belonged to?
I didn't handle that part of the investigation. It was just cursory conversations to be generally up to speed as the bigger picture, but I have no specifics.
That's fair enough. That would be for somebody else to.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you saw this blood, I take it you wanted to photograph it?
I wanted it photographed by an evidence tech.
Yeah, okay. Could you tell how much blood was in the dumpster?
By milliliters, no, I couldn't give you a measurement.
Okay. And in terms of size, it kind of on and off, I see that it's a little bit on a piece of styrofoam, correct?
I believe so.
You want that picture up? Which one do you want?
I don't
79?
know which number you have it as, but I can.
I'll do 78. If that's not the one you want, then
Yeah, I don't know what number you have, but I think it's easy
I got
enough
it.
for me to just.
It's already up.
Go with this.
Yes, this is the same one.
Oh. So,
You indicated 78.
this is 78, Jeff, yes.
so there's some blood on, looks like a piece of styrofoam, is that correct?
Yeah, that looks like styrofoam. I think so.
And also some tin foil, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then below, I'm assuming that's below the tin foil, the rest of the blood, kind of laying on the bottom of the dumpster, correct?
Correct.
Oh. And in terms of just the area that blood, particularly say right there on the bottom of the dumpster, that is what, about, say, the size of my pad here, 8 by 11, something like that?
At least half of it, if not most of it, roughly.
And was the blood dry or wet?
It appeared more wet, but some of it appeared dry to a coagulated and dry.
Okay.
I mean, just at a glance without getting extremely close and interfering with the scene.
And you couldn't tell if it was wet, whether it was because it was fresh or that there were other liquids mixed in with it?
Yeah, there's no way that I could tell.
Okay. So you wouldn't be able to comment as to how long that blood was in the bottom of that dumpster?
No, and I don't have training or expertise in that matter either.
I'm assuming that blood was at some point in time swabbed and analyzed by Michigan State Police, correct?
Yes, I was told it was.
I would be correct in stating that on all of these videos that you saw with regard to the apartment complexes and Motor City Pawn, that there's not any video that actually shows the face of the suspect.
That would be correct as far as to my knowledge.
You certainly didn't see
I did not.
this in any of those videos, correct?
Correct.
Now, with regard to the phone, I take it you don't do the extraction of the phone. That's done by somebody else.
Yes, that's done by somebody else.
And then you just receive the, I guess, massive amount of information that's on somebody's phone.
Yes, I receive it through a Celebrite program that it downloads into for the user to review.
Right. And so that has basically everything that is saved and even deleted.
It can save what's deleted as well as saved. I can't guarantee you that every bit of data, that would be for more of an expert in the cell phone, made it onto the Celebrite program. But that is the general function of it.
Right, okay. So obviously there's phone calls, text messages,
Correct.
Google searches,
Yes.
photographs. Somebody has photographs on their phone, correct?
Correct.
Videos maybe.
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what type of phone this was that all of this information was from?
If I recall, it was an iPhone.
Do you know the color or the maker of it? Such as, if it was black, if it was a Motorola.
It wouldn't be a Motorola if it was an iPhone. I don't recall the color at this time.
Okay. And the one screen that showed, I guess, the information about identifying whose phone it was that we saw on the screen, I believe it might have been maybe Exhibit 81.
It was.
Okay, good. You put that up on there for a second. Is this screenshot of what was on that phone something that is on every phone?
I can just tell you, well, personal info is typically on the phone. I can just tell you that is a screenshot of personal info.
Okay. And that may be entered by somebody, or it might be blank, correct?
It was entered by somebody.
Okay. All right. I would assume that a lot of people put that information into their phone to identify if it gets lost, correct?
Yes, or if that is personal info to an account, like an Uber, that could be a screenshot of that.
Okay.
I can't tell you exactly what that screenshot is from.
I see a telephone number on there. Is that the telephone number of this particular phone that you downloaded?
I don't have the cell phone number memorized. I could review my report here to see if there's no mention. I have just the Apple iPhone number 26, evidence tag number 26. that was recovered from the defendant.
Okay, so you believe that was the phone that Mr. Booker had on him when he was arrested?
Yes, I was the one who asked him at the point of arrest, right around that time, as I took the phone from his pocket, "Is this your phone?" And he said yes. It was during the pat-down.
So that's the phone that you're getting all of this information from?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I believe exhibit number 82 was a huge, voluminous exhibit that has all the Google inquiries that were on that phone, correct?
82, is that the summary or the entire? I don't recall.
The entire.
The entire?
Yeah, you said there's obviously hundreds and hundreds of Google searches.
Judge, to be clear, this is a selection. We only did a select number for the time frame. I thought I made that clear. It's not all the Google searches in the entire phone, because that's even more voluminous than what we have here. It's a small selection from a specific time frame, just to be clear.
Do you know what the time frame of that voluminous amount of Google searches?
I would have to.
I'm just guessing based on the report I have that may have been from December 13th through.
I can actually answer that question
January
quickly. I have actually highlighted the luminous list in my report. It appears this is between December 22nd, 2024 and January 5th, 2025 are the messages that were in that condensed list.
Just for the record, Exhibit 82A shows internet search items. The dates are from December 15, 2024 to January 6, 2025. So are you looking at something different?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was looking at some highlighted ones that had been discussed, and I actually did not review that list specifically.
Judge, 82 is in, so 82 it begins on 12/13 of 24, and it goes through January 8th of 25.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry for the confusion.
No, I just wanted to make sure that we're talking about the same thing.
Yep.
Okay. And obviously, out of every, Google search there from December 13th through January 8th, 2025, you picked out what you thought were relevant to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
All right. Something that seemed somewhat, suspicious, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned some of these being things about silencers, et cetera, right?
Correct.
Okay. You do know that Mr. Booker did own a 9mm gun, correct?
Yes, I was made aware of that.
And it was found in his apartment upon the search warrant.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
And of course, the things that were summarized in the Exhibit 82A are basically based on your picking and choosing what you thought was relevant, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'd be correct in saying that people may Google search a lot of things that particularly say about crime. That doesn't mean they're committing crimes, correct?
Yes, you can do a Google search about things.
just for the sake of argument, I think if you downloaded my girlfriend's phone, who is an obsessive watcher of a bunch of these, crime shows, and Googles things that wouldn't necessarily make her a criminal.
That alone would not.
And for instance, this one search that you mentioned about, I think it was called, I'm trying to find it here, something, God, tell me how to kill somebody, or God, I want to kill somebody, correct? Something like that.
Yes.
What's the exact site?
I can recite it verbatim if you want.
Sure.
Telling God I want to kill someone.
And I assume you actually tracked that down and found out that this was something that was on some type of podcast, correct?
Yes, there was a website he visited that had discussion. I would assume he came back to him as a result of the Google search.
Right. And you wouldn't know where Mr. Booker, got that information from as to where to look that up. Like maybe somebody telling him, "Hey, check this out."
That is possible.
Right. I mean, I get text messages all the time from my friends that say, "Hey, check this out on YouTube or whatever."
That's possible.
And in fact, you actually followed up on that message, and I got a copy of it through Discovery, and it was basically a joke, correct?
That's what the preacher I spoke with said. It was not serious.
Yeah, it was made kind of in jest, talking about the preacher kind of saying, here's me telling God I want to kill somebody, but it's basically I'm venting my frustration with society, and as anybody who listens to it would know that it's satire and meant to be funny.
Yeah, that is what he told me it was about.
Yeah, and that's
the context.
And that's what he Googled, correct?
Yes, he Googled telling God I want to kill someone. If that is in fact the search that's linked, this website came back. One would conclude then he clicked on that link and discovered what that website was about, and I have no idea if he realized it was a joke and stopped or what.
I have no further questions for this witness at this time. I would, maybe want to, not that I'm going to, but maybe subject him to being recalled once we get into the actual videos that he viewed through another way.
Very well.
No objection to that.
Any questions on the record?
Just very briefly, how does something get into someone's Google searches?
How does something
get into that Google search?
They have to type it in.
So they have to think about it?
They have to make the thought and type it in.
So they have to think about it beforehand?
Yes.
Make a conscious choice to type it into Google?
Yes,
And then get the results right?
that is correct.
So anything that was Googled was thought about?
It had to be, yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
No further questions.
Thank you.
Judge, we have Officer Taylor. It's 1:45. He's going to be a long witness. I don't know if the court wants to take his lunch now and then one, and then
How many witnesses do you have after that?
one. We have Taylor and Les Brands today, Judge.
So we will finish with those two witnesses today.
God willing.
Sure, well, we'll take a break and let's start promptly at 1 o'clock.
I'm sorry, what time?
1 o'clock. Thank you. We can start promptly at 1 just so that we
Yes.
can just